We were at the Milan show last year when Ducati showed the Scrambler 1100, the biggest scrambler, for the first time. Today, it's here in India. Ducati's launched it. There's 3 of them. There's the base model, there's this one that's the special, the slightly classic model, and of course there's the Sport. Let's ride them and find out what they're about. The Scrambler line started in 2015 and it's grown to become one of Ducati's most popular motorcycles, boasting a carefully crafted blend of retro-style, Italian panache, performance, all at a likeable purchase price. 3 years on, Ducati believes that the 800 customer could be looking on to move on to a larger Scrambler. A motorcycle with more quality, more performance, more equipment, but essentially the same cocktail of nature and traits. That in essence is the Scrambler 1100. And some of that product range evolution and motorcycle design is instantly obvious. When you ride the Scrambler, the first thing you realize is if you can get an 800 right next to it, you'll realize this feels like a better made, more expensive motorcycle. It's small details like this handlebar feels like a better quality handlebar, the switchgear is a little bit better, there's a twin pod meter. It just adds to your sense of this being a premium motorcycle, a motorcycle that sits above the basic 800. It's an all-new motorcycle. The Scrambler 1100 uses an 86 PS, 88 Nm, 90-degree V-twin that displaces 1079 cc. This is based on the Monster 1100 engine but with a different valve overlap and throttle bodies. Compared to the Scrambler 800, the torque peaks higher and more importantly, much earlier. And then the engine continues to make loads of it right through the rev range, hitting a much higher power peak along the way. The power delivery is designed to feel effortless rather than urgent, and you will immediately note how unstressed in tone and how refined in feel that new engine is. Well, this is an interesting motorcycle. I don't know, it's a little bit more mature than the Scrambler 800, it's gentler than the Scrambler 800, and of course it's got a lot more torque and power than the 800. But the feel of it is a little bit laid back, it's a little bit calm, it's a little bit, I'm going to say luxurious, and it's an interesting way to interpret the Scrambler. I don't know that there are enough riders in India who will like the feel of this motorcycle in the sense of that mature, laid back, smoothened out, refined, but it certainly is different from the 800. That's very, very interesting indeed. That new engine is mounted in a brand new frame and clad in familiar bodywork that keeps all the Scrambler cues, both from the original single cylinders as well as the current Scrambler 800. But the more generous dimensions of the 1100 and its heft make the bike look more filled out, more proportionate to my eyes. But the really great part is the specification. The 1100 gets Brembo M432 calipers, it gets adjustable suspension from Kayaba, the Sport model brings fully adjustable Öhlins for 50,000 bucks more than the base model, and get this, Ducati went and added the Bosch 9MP system, which means the 1100 not only has an IMU, but it also has cornering ABS, unheard of in this class. And it isn't quite done yet. The Ducati engine is a ride-by-wire unit, so you also get 4 levels of traction control, 3 riding modes, 2 with full power and 1 with 75 PS. So this is a fully loaded motorcycle as befits a bike that will carry the flag for the Scrambler line. On the sidelines of the launch ride, we met up with Ducati India's chief Sergi Canovas to get a sense of where Ducati is headed in India, starting with the question that everyone in the industry is asking: why is the premium bike segment not growing faster?
Well, I think that it's not related very much to what is the customer, if it's willing to buy a bike or not. I think that there are some external factors that we have been carrying forward from the last 2 years, which are a little bit affecting onto the market. But we have still a little bit of the monetization. We have still the fact of the GST last year, and especially all the VS4 things. But I think that the interest and also if you look at the quantity of bikes and brands that are arriving, it means that there is enough potential to grow. Most probably not at the speed that we are expecting, but the potential is there, so sooner or later it's going to happen. We have been doing a lot of activities this year in 2 main areas. One is experiencing the bike on tours, like the 4 Dream tours that we have done already in Himachal. We did also in Leh Ladakh, so very good interactions with the customers and very good experiences. But also we are on the side of making new customers or potential customers to try our bikes in their own environment. That's why we did the DRE Off-Road Days, which has been a very successful one. Now we are planning to launch the Level 2, and then we are also planning to do something important on the boot circuit with the DRE instructors in October.
The Scrambler 1100 starts at 10.9 lakh rupees ex-showroom. This one, the special, is about 20,000 bucks more. You get chrome headers, a different handlebar and small aggregates like that. But what is interesting about the family of the Scrambler 1100, it's laid back, chilled out, a little mature, and if you've lost the taste for all-out performance or you've moved on in the years a little bit, this would be an interesting motorcycle to own. I think you could ride it every day. I'm sure there'll be heat issues, most of these V-twins do. But outside of that, it's chilled out, it's relaxed, it's refined. All the parts are a little bit high quality. There's cornering ABS and other electronics. Nice package. I wasn't expecting it, honestly, but this is interesting.